Volvo EW180E is a wheel loader in the 20-ton weight class. This model of it by Motorart comes in the usual Volvo branded box and is a nice photo of the real machine on the back. Because of the shape of the box, you can only get the model out at one end, so make sure you choose the right end. And when it comes out, we see it's enclosed in a pair of plastic formers. On this particular model, they are factory sealed, so you've got some fiddly knife work to do, and then you can separate the two formers. Out comes the model, and there's no assembly to do because this model is complete out of the box. Underneath, the transmission drive shafts are modelled, but there's no sign of any steering on the front axle. The wheels are detailed on the outside faces only, and there's a metal dozing blade at the front. At the rear, the stabiliser arrangement is all metal, and the connecting pins are painted so they're not so obtrusive. The cab is a mix of detail. There's nice graphics on the outside and a metal grab rail, but there's no mirror and there are no joysticks modelled inside. The casting of the body is very good, with a textured grille and an embossed Volvo name, and the graphics give it a realistic look. The rest of the body has metal mirrors and handrails, and there are textured walkways and small graphics. Hydraulic hoses run across the boom and stick and to the rams, and the connecting pins are discreet, although unusually they're hollow. At the end of the stick, the quick hitch is modelled, but it's non-functional. The metal bucket is a nice casting with well-defined teeth. Here we are out on site, and the EW180E rolls really well, and that's because there's nice free spinning action in the axles. But sadly you can only go straight with this model because there's no working steering and there's no oscillating axle either. At the front, the functionality of the dozing blade is good, and there's a nicely hinged protection cover to protect the hydraulics. You can set the blade low to act as a stabiliser, and it will hold the front axle wheels free. At the back, the rear stabilisers are also nicely modelled. They have metal pads and they fold down on stiff rams. And a nice touch is that the pistons also have protection plates. But the outrigger movement is restricted and you can't have the rear axle wheels free. One thing that is super smooth on the model is rotation, and you can send it spinning with just a small push. The range of movement on the boom, stick and bucket is a little bit of a mixed bag. On the plus side, the rams have a nice stiffness, so they'll hold any pose that you set. But the range of movement seems to fall short when compared to the real machine. A machine like this could be used for digging drains on a road project. So let's just check its ability to dig at depth. And again, the range of movement on the boom is restricted compared to the real machine. One other very nice piece of functionality, however, is the opening engine cover. It's nicely hinged and stays open, and the quality of the modelled engine is also very good, with different coloured components being used. To transport the machine, you might need a low loader, but perhaps this one is a bit on the big side. This is a good quality model from Motorart with a high metal content, and it's got some nice touches of functionality, particularly the opening engine cover. But having said that, it would have been nice if it had had a steering axle. Nonetheless, it is quite a well detailed and good looking model, and if you can accept that it's relatively pricey, it's highly recommended.